welcome to another Saturdays with Ava video. In this video, I'm making homemade granola bars. So let's get started. So to start off, I have 2.5 cups of lightly toasted almonds. So how I do this is I preheat the oven at 350 degrees and I toast on each side for 2 minutes. And then when the 2 minutes are over, I flip and then I put it in the oven for 2 more minutes. Okay, well, and next, after that step's completed, you're going to add in 1/3 cup of honey into a saucepan. So, honey acts as a natural sweetener in this, so it is good for if you are on a sugar diet or because there's actually very little sugar in this recipe. So, honey is a natural sweetener, in case you didn't know that. And it is very good too. Okay, so I forgot to mention this, but if you want to add in almonds in your granola bars, you can. You just toast them for the same amount of time as the oats, and you put them in at the same time with the oats. Okay, so I have 1/3 cup of honey in there. Next, I'm going to add in 1/4 cup of salted or unsalted butter. If you don't have salted butter, you can substitute for 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Next, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. And this is all the sugar that's in here, well, except for chocolate chips. Then, we are going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. This is a teaspoon, I just added 1/2. Okay, and now we are going to cook this on medium heat until the butter and the brown sugar dissolves with it. So medium heat is 4 or 5. And then you're going to grab a spatula and you're going to mix. The butter has melted. Oh, and you don't have to soften this butter. You can just put it in how it is. But you want to keep stirring this so the brown sugar doesn't burn and the already melted butter doesn't burn. Okay, so the butter's melted. So we're going to move over. We're going to turn off the heat. So that's very important. Pour the mixture into this large bowl. And I would not recommend using cast iron skillet to do this part. So you'd use like a saucepan. And when this mixture's in, you are going to pour in your oats. And when you're gonna let this cool for 5 minutes before you add in the chocolate chips, so the chocolate chips don't melt. Now that your oats are incorporated, you are going to mix. I like to use a large bowl when I do this, to make sure that I don't spill any oats everywhere. I'm going to let this mixture cool for 5 minutes. My mixture has had time to cool. So we're going to add in 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. You can use milk chocolate or semi-sweet, whatever you want. Okay, now I have a 9x9 pan lined with parchment paper. If you don't have 9x9 pan, you can also use an 8x8 pan. Okay, so I'll pour my mixture in here, and then I'm going to grab a spatula, not this one, but the cooking one, you want to call it, and I'm going to press down on this mixture so it stays in place. Press down as hard as I can so these stay into bars. And I'm going to try to make them even as well. I wouldn't grease the pan. I recommend parchment paper because I find the parchment paper, it's easier to peel off the granola bars. Because of the honey, it will stick. So I'm just pressing down. And this also helps make sure that they are even as well. And next, you can grab some more chocolate chips. And you're just gonna sprinkle them on top, like this. Just for more chocolate chips, I guess. And it also makes it look prettier as well, for when you serve it. Then I'm just gonna push them down a bit as I go as well. I don't wanna add too much, though. And I think that's good. So, next you are going to chill this for 2 hours. And then you can cut it into bars. And this makes about 12 bars. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!